Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Welcome to the first day of winter, and it's much warmer than it was earlier this week, but we've still got room to run. Your forecast is live from Campus Martius coming up.
An icy rescue on Lake St. Clair.
30, he's getting underwater, 30.
We'll see how an officer's split-second decision helped save a life.
But we begin with this. Armed robbers ransack a Dearborn jewelry store in a violent smash and grab. It tops our news at 5. Robbers got into that store and managed to trash it in just a matter of minutes.
Yeah, let's get right out to Guy Gordon. Guy, I know you have just gotten your hands on that security camera video.
Yeah, police have some pretty good leads here, Steve and Karen. Take a look. They've got security cameras from every angle, both front and back of this store. This is Seraphan Jewelry here in Dearborn, and you can see these robbers went in and they left behind a sea of busted glass and left behind bangles. Two came in from the back, another through the front. Sources tell us they came in masquerading as shoppers and veiled like Arabic women. But the ruse was short-lived, and they began smashing cases, scooping up gold and jewelry, leaving behind shattered glass and perhaps a few fingerprints. This salon owner next door heard the store owner's screams through the walls.
I hear his voice, he's screaming, and he called me, please come help me.
He went out the back to help the owner, but the door was locked, and through the glass found himself face-to-face with one of the gunmen.
And I tried to push the door to see what happened. I see the guy, he's on the door, and he put the gun in my head. He said, get out of here.
One of the robbers pistol-whipped the owner before fleeing, leaving the man hospitalized with a bloody gash to the head. Neighbors are saddened, frightened, and say they're just glad he's still alive.
I was scared, and I left right away. So I said, okay, that's fine. I left, and I go inside.
And we have since learned from the neighboring businesses that that man now has been released from the hospital, so it appears he's going to be okay. In the meantime, those three suspects are at large. We understand one of them, the guy that we saw face-to-face that salon owner did, black male, 25 to 30 years old, 5'11", thin build, but he was able to see through that garb, through that veil, that it was apparently an African-American male. They got away in a red vehicle. We're live from Dearborn. I'm Guy Gordon, Local 4. Stephen Karen, back to you.
All right, thank you, Guy.
Well, there are plenty of questions tonight after a fatal shooting on the city's east side. A 16-year-old boy is dead, and the shooter is in custody. But it's the relationship between the dead teen and the man arrested that's really grabbing everyone's attention tonight. Rod Maloney is live with this story, and this is such a terrible, heartbreaking story, Rod. Tell us more about this relationship.
Yeah, it is so sad, Karen. I mean, let's face it, when teenage brothers end up getting into horseplay, it can get rough, it can get dangerous. But in this case, it turned downright deadly. And now Detroit police are saying that the elder brother has much to answer for in the death of his younger brother. Just before 2 a.m. on Tennessee Street, shots rang out. When Detroit police arrived in the midst of chaos, they found 6 siblings alone in the house at the time. Mom was in the hospital, the stepdad in jail. The children home aged 18, 16, 14, 12, 8, and a newborn. The unidentified 18-year-old, they say, had his own handgun and was playing with it with his younger brother when it went off. Perhaps an accident, and it hit the 16-year-old in the shoulder. EMS rushed the boy to St. John's Hospital when he died on the operating table while doctors tried to stop the bleeding in emergency surgery. Detroit Homicide took the older brother into custody. Neighbor Harold Wallace says the family moved into the neighborhood about 6 months ago.
Playing with guns. You know, they get to rambling around when there ain't no door around, nothing like that. Find it, think it's a toy. You know, and they know better. They know better.
The Christmas decoration on the house says Happy Holidays, but they won't be.
It's heartbreaking.
So moved by the shooting was neighbor Shantae Pennington, who came bearing flowers and a card.
Because even though I don't know him, but I still feel for him, you know what I'm saying? It's just sad because it's kids involved.
Yeah.
It's real sad.
4 of the younger children ended up removed from the home and are living with other family members for the time being.
That is crazy.
Homicide detectives at Detroit PD had the 18-year-old in custody this morning. They spent several hours interrogating him, trying to figure out his story, and they spent the afternoon putting together a warrant package to send off to the prosecutor's office to see if they can get a decision on whether there will be any charges. Back to you.
When do you think we might hear from the prosecutor's office on possible charges, Rod?
It's looking like, if in fact there are charges, and you would have to believe there are going to be some, that it's likely that an arraignment would happen perhaps as early as tomorrow morning or afternoon.
All right, Rod Maloney, live for us tonight. Well, this morning, a Grosse Pointe police officer put his life on the line to rescue a man who went into the icy water.
Oh, he won't want to say he's a hero, but he is. It happened along Lakeshore in front of St. Paul's Church. Priya Mann spoke to the officer who made that split-second decision to jump in and save the man.
I got one officer in the water.
The officer was talking about Grosse Pointe Farms officer Jeff McQueen, who jumped into Lake St. Clair to rescue a man in the water.
There was no time to do anything. I couldn't even take any of my equipment off. I had to just get in the water and get him out. He was going under.
Around 8:30 Wednesday morning, a jogger noticed a man struggling in Lake St. Clair near the break wall and called police. Officer McQueen was the first on the scene.
Laid down on the break wall and I tried to reach for him and I couldn't reach him. So that's when I just pushed myself into the water to get him.
The man was starting to lose consciousness when Officer McQueen jumped in.
I didn't think about myself at the time. I thought about getting him out of the water.
Officer McQueen grabbed the man and kept his head above water. He held onto a piece of rebar until other officers arrived minutes later. The temperature of the water was hovering around 35 degrees.
I was shaking. That's how cold I was. I've not experienced cold like that before.
His quick thinking saved the life of a young man.
I'm not a hero. I'm just doing my job. We do what our duty calls us to do at any time. And that's what makes being a police officer or a firefighter a special person.
And when Officer McQueen jumped in the water, he says he didn't have a moment to think twice. He was still wearing his thick winter coat, those heavy boots, and all of his equipment. Consider that gun belt alone weighs 20 pounds, and he was in freezing cold waters with this man. Now, the water near the break wall is only about 4 feet deep. The victim, a 24-year-old man from Warren, is currently undergoing a mental health evaluation. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Such an amazing.
He doesn't want to hear it, but he's a hero.
He is a hero.
He's a hero. A corrections officer faces some charges after an inmate commits suicide.
Prosecutors authorized a count of involuntary manslaughter and willful neglect of duty against Diana Callahan. She was working at the Women's Huron Valley Correctional Facility over in Pittsfield Township and allegedly failed to respond to a suicide threat made by inmate Janika Edmond. Well, Edmond killed herself back in November of 2015. Callahan will be back in court next month.
I wouldn't go so far as to say it was warm this afternoon, but actually it was not bad.
I think, you know, we've been just hit by those horrible temperatures. Yeah. It seemed pretty nice out.
It's going to go up and down now.
That's right. And it is going to get a little warmer as we get into the holiday weekend. So there we find Ben Bailey with those beautiful Christmas lights behind you at Campus Martius. How's it going out there?
Going fantastic, Karen. It's like a weekend and we're just on to Wednesday, but I'll tell you the weather is definitely looking up as we head towards the end of the week. Temperatures have been hovering around that freezing mark. We've gone a little bit below now. 28 there in our north zone, 32 in parts of the area. Wind chills are still in the 20s across the area, but we'll see even warmer temperatures as we head towards the end of the week. And I'll tell you, we're down here at Campus Martius, and even though temperatures are right around that freezing mark, you still want to stay warm, and the best way to do that is make s'mores. We've got a crew. This is the Brighton crew here. Yeah. And you guys are from where?
Bloomfield Hills.
Livonia.
East Grand Rapids.
Okay, and they're all making s'mores. We've been down here for 3 minutes. We all smell like smoke, but we're going to get a sugar high in not too long. By the way, these packs, you can get them at the Arctic Zone. They're right next to the rink down here at Campus Martius, and come down here and make your own s'mores. We're live with your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes, guys.
All right, we look forward to it. Have fun out there, Ben. A Sterling Heights police officer was taken to the hospital after his squad car was involved in a crash. This happened this afternoon at Hall Road in Shaner. That's where the officer reportedly flipped his car. At this point, it's unclear what caused the crash. The officer will be okay.
Today, former Flint emergency manager Darnell Early stood in court and was formally charged in the Flint water crisis. Early ran the city after being appointed by Governor Snyder in 2013 and during the time of the city's switch to Flint water. Defender Kevin Dietz is following this from the newsroom. Kevin, these charges do come with some pretty stiff penalties. I know that much.
Yeah, they sure do, Steve. Up to 20 years if he's convicted. But Darnell Early says he's not guilty and he plans to prove it in court.
Darnell Early stands before a judge in a Flint courtroom.
The former Flint Emergency Financial Manager now officially charged in connection to the city's water disaster. Arraigned on false pretenses, conspiracy to commit false pretenses, misconduct in office, and willful neglect of duty while in office. If convicted, he could face up to 20 years in prison. Prosecutors allege Early improperly used money designated for natural disasters.
Instead, the tens of millions of dollars that they borrowed went towards building the KWA, the Karagandhi Water Authority.
The move led to the use of the Flint water plant, where water was not treated properly and residents were poisoned when lead pipes corroded. Darnell Early is the 13th person to be charged in the criminal investigation. Investigators say he won't be the last.
There are some people out there right now who know that they've done wrong, and they know we're coming after them. They're not going to have a very Merry Christmas.
Early did not speak to reporters today. His attorney, Todd Perkins, says Early will be vindicated, and they look forward to the facts coming out at trial. A probable cause hearing is set for January the 3rd. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Kevin, we're coming up on 1 year almost for this investigation. Any indications as to when this could wrap up?
Yeah, and it's cost taxpayers tens of millions of dollars already. You know, Governor Snyder's attorney fees alone are going to be $3.5 million, and he hasn't even been charged with any crimes yet. Investigators say they're well past the halfway mark. They should wrap this up in the next 3 to 6 months.
Wow. All right, Kevin Dietz in the newsroom. Thanks, Kevin. Stunning new claims against the Michigan State doctor already facing a string of sex crimes.
New tonight, how one former patient says this doctor got away with abusing people he was supposed to help for years.
And Detroit is really on a roll. New tonight, huge plans for a new stretch on Woodward Avenue.
But first, Stevie Wonder takes a walk down memory lane and gets a very special honor. What had the music icon right here in the Motor City today? That's next.
The news. New at 6.
More than a year after 2 separate deadly shootings involving Dearborn police and people from Detroit, we learned whether there will be charges against officers involved.
One of Motown's brightest superstars received a first-of-its-kind honor today.
From this day forward, Milwaukee Avenue will now be known as Stevie Wonder Avenue. It's really cool. Guy Gordon joins us live, and this is such an honor, something really to brag about, and Stevie Wonder came to town.
Yeah.
I got to tell you guys, this was so cool, and the energy in the room was so cool. Think on this now. 50 years ago, Milwaukee Avenue was his address when Detroit was his home. And now for this 25-time Grammy Award winner, this Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, that street where he grew to become a legend now bears his name. He was living for the city then, and the city was living for him today. Motown legend Stevie Wonder was serenaded by his fans, and he serenaded back.
Detroit, you are the sunshine of my life. Yeah.
His cousin Sharon Dumas petitioning City Council for this name change.
Stevie Wonder Avenue is now signed, sealed, and delivered.
You could have paved this street with his gold records, but he wants it to be a bridge
that leads us to a place of humanity, of equality, of fairness and respect.
This boulevard of memories is less than a mile away from Hitsville, where 20 years ago he surprised us by using his very limited eyesight to admire a Motown mural. And he marks this day as one of his most memorable moments in a stellar career.
I'm going to freeze this moment in my mind and remember it forever. Because you didn't have to do it, but you did.
Supporters of the change are hoping it will say thank you for the soundtrack to our lives and inspire others. And we heard from a marvelous Detroit choir today that serenaded Stevie Wonder. And Mayor Mike Duggan said that he hopes that any child that goes down Stevie Wonder Avenue can learn that anybody with talent can rise up and become a musician that changes the world, just like he did. I don't know about you guys, but the sound of "I'll meet you at Woodward and Wonder" has a really great ring to it. What do you think?
I really like that. Oh, I mean, he is a legend, an icon. It's so great to see him be in honor, but obviously we do have a lot of other legends in our city. Guy, is there a chance that we could be perhaps seeing more of this?
You know, I think this is something that we're going to see more of, because we've got some music industry veterans, people like Gary Graft, who's a longtime journalist in town. They're working together to get this city the designation of a music city, like Memphis, like New Orleans, like Nashville and Austin. And in that way, we can bridge this piece of our history, not only have roads connecting us as roads do, but also connecting us to our musical past.
Definitely well deserved for our city. All right. Thank you, Guy. Well, developers will be breaking ground on $1 million development just a couple blocks north of the new Little Caesars Arena for the Red Wings.
Where the new stuff just keeps happening, doesn't it? The Michigan Strategic Fund Board has approved a $31 million project, the Woodward at Midtown. The building will include apartments and retail space. It will bring 53 full-time jobs. Construction to begin this spring and will wrap up by the end of 2018. So much new and exciting business.
Beautiful places, definitely.
Just love it. Exciting for Ben. He's outside playing tonight,
Yeah,
huh?
and he's not complaining too much about the weather. He was roasting marshmallows earlier. What are you up for next?
Too much. Not complaining too much. I'll tell you, it's fantastic with all the lights down here. If you're not in the holiday spirit, when you come down here, you will be as soon as you arrive. And the weather is cooperating. Temperatures have been sort of hovering around that 32-degree mark for our first day of winter. They've fallen just a little bit right now as we're in the 20s out in Ann Arbor. Down here in the city, we're 30 degrees, and up to the north, Pontiac and Lapeer, a couple of our warmer spots right now, 33 up in Lapeer. We've seen a lot of returns on radar, but that is not reaching the ground. That moisture has really started to dry up before it hits the surface. So it's just been a lot of clouds today, and that's pretty much how we're going to finish the week, with one small exception. Here's what's going to happen as we go through the next couple days. That front passes through, but it does not cool us down. Temperatures go even warmer as we get into tomorrow. And as we get into Friday, that's our next system. It is going to be light and it's going to be quick. So if we see any accumulation with this snow Friday night going into early Saturday, it's going to be less than an inch. That cold front passes in name only, because we still get warmer as we go into Christmas weekend, looking for the 40s by the 25th. And believe it or not, the 50s are still into play as we head into the early part of next week. Low temperatures tonight down into the upper 20s. We'll call it cloudy. And yes, there will be a wind chill, but not much beyond our air temperatures. 38 for the high temperature tomorrow, and we'll get some sunshine back that we didn't see today. And that 7-day outlook, as we look into the next next week, beyond Christmas Day, takes us to 41 on Christmas Day Sunday, and Monday, look at that temperature, 50 degrees as we get into next week. We will get some more typically winter weather as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday. We're down here across the street from the ice rink. This is the world's tallest kettle at the Salvation Army. Russ Sjogren, Major Russ Sjogren, is here. And you were telling me that in addition to just the good stuff that the Salvation Army does, there's a special incentive for folks to give this next week.
There's a Christmas challenge out there where we're matching, or the corporations and some donors have said they'll match dollar for dollar what's given through our kettles. And so we want to encourage everyone to stuff those kettles, or if you're Ezekiel Elliott, jump in those kettles so that we can then make our goal of $8.4 million.
And you guys do tremendous work all year round. What are some of the highlights that the Salvation Army does around Detroit?
We do multiple things year-round, of course. At Christmas time, of course, we focus in on the toys that we distribute and the food that we give out. And the assistance that we give year-round would be utility assistance, rent assistance. We also provide alcoholic rehabilitation and drug rehabilitation. And all of this is for the money that is part of that $8.4 million.
That's right. And so if you see a red kettle anywhere here in Metro Detroit, put something in it. Doesn't have to be a winning lottery ticket or a gold Kruger Inn, but they will,
Well, they'll double
that. That's true. You've heard of the Lambeau Leap. If I was to sort of do an Ezekiel Elliott, I think that 56 feet would be a little much to get up there. So we'll just keep it down here on Woodward. Back to you guys.
Sounds good. Thank you, Ben.
And Dr. George.
Well, a new approach to insulin therapy is eliminating the need for some people with diabetes to give themselves shots multiple times throughout the day. I'll show you how it works coming up in Good Health.
But first, stories from across Michigan, including the illegal business this man and his registered nurse girlfriend are charged with running from their home.
Across Michigan, we're following stories from Clare County and Battle Creek.
And let's start now in Bay City. That is where a man is now charged with selling cocaine out of his home after obtaining a search warrant. Police say they found cocaine, cash, marijuana, and a scale in the home. 35-year-old Charlie Clark shared this house with his registered nurse girlfriend. Both were arrested. During interviews, investigators say Clark told them stories of how dealers gave them cocaine to sell. Now both he and his girlfriend are facing a possible 20-year prison sentence. 3 people are also behind bars at this hour following a meth lab bust over in Clare County.
Yeah, 41-year-old Kenneth Larman, 22-year-old James Morch, and 40-year-old Kerry Larman are now facing multiple drug charges after Clare County deputies got information about a wanted fugitive hiding in a house in Hamilton Township. Well, sure enough, they went to the home on Friday. They found the fugitive, his 2 accomplices, and as a bonus, a meth lab. In Battle Creek, a hacker managed to convince a credit union to wire transfer thousands of dollars. The Kellogg Community Credit Union reported the fraud to police earlier this month, but told them it occurred on November 17th. The credit union's manager told officers they first received a wire transfer request from a member. After verifying the request, sent $121,000, but the member later questioned the credit union. Officials then determined the account had been hacked from outside the United States.
New at 5:30.
An unprecedented manhunt underway. Police in Germany have a new suspect in the Berlin truck attack. Secret scam, how a popular Facebook post could end up costing you a whole lot of money. And devastating allegations. He was known as a world-class doctor, but now dozens of his former patients say this Michigan man was nothing but a sexual predator.
It's dinner time. Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5:30 starts now.
Startling new allegations come to light. Former patients come forward and say this Michigan doctor violated them. It tops our news tonight at 5:30. Dr. Larry Nassar, the Michigan doctor who treated U.S. gymnasts, is now facing a whole new set of allegations tonight.
Yeah, it's part of a new lawsuit brought by a former MSU student athlete. Karen Drew has more on this. And Karen, I know she says she was repeatedly abused.
Yes, she does. This story becomes more and more twisted, Sandra and Steve. Dr. Larry Nassar was billed as a world-renowned doctor, and now we are learning much more about these disturbing new allegations. So far, there have been 15 alleged victims, female Olympic gymnasts. This afternoon in Los Angeles, attorneys for yet another alleged victim came forward. They filed a lawsuit on behalf of MSU softball player Tiffany Michelle Thomas Lopez. According to that lawsuit filed in LA County Superior Court, Tiffany was recruited by MSU to play softball on a full athletic scholarship back in 1997. She was referred to Dr. Nassar to treat her lower back pain in 1998. While Nassar was treating her, the doctor allegedly violated her on 10 separate occasions. The suit goes on to say when she reported this to MSU trainers, she was told the touching was legitimate treatment and that Nassar was a world-renowned doctor.
I feel guilty. Not because I did anything wrong, but because I was not able to come forward sooner and perhaps protect other young girls from Dr. Nassar.
Dr. Nassar already faces a string of sex charges here in Michigan, including a child pornography charge that came down earlier this week. Of course, we'll continue to stay on this story as it continues to evolve, but as we said, it continues to have so many twists and turns, very disturbing.
Yeah, very disturbing indeed. All right. Thank you, Karen. We are now learning much more information tonight about last night's double shooting that took the life of a former NFL player.
The medical examiner says 28-year-old Robert Edens and 32-year-old Ricardo McFarland died of multiple gunshot wounds. Edens played for Ball State University and for the Buffalo Bills in the NFL. Detroit police say the motive is unknown. No arrests have been made. Closing arguments held today in the Lamar Monson murder case.
Monson was originally convicted of murdering a 12-year-old girl. That was back in 1997, but last year the case was reopened after a different suspect was identified by a new witness. Today, closing arguments were heard from both sides. A judge will now review the evidence until court meets again. That is set for January 30th. North Carolina state legislature and governor are on the verge of reversing themselves on the notorious bathroom bill that allowed discrimination against the state's LGBT population.
The HB 2 bill was passed earlier this year. It put restrictions on workers who filed discrimination lawsuits and forced transgender people to use the bathroom corresponding with their sex at birth. But after months of corporate pullout from the state and protests, lawmakers are now considering repealing the law. Supporters of the bill say they'd be disappointed.
It's not discriminatory. It's not a hate bill. It is protecting women and children against predators coming into the showers and locker rooms and restrooms.
State lawmakers are still in meetings behind closed doors discussing the bill's future.
German police are looking for a new suspect tonight in connection with that deadly attack at a Berlin Christmas market. Police had arrested a man from Pakistan in connection with the attack, but now we know they're looking for a different man. They're looking for this man right here. He's 24-year-old Anis Amri from Tunisia. Authorities found Amri's identity papers in the cabin of the truck. They consider him the lead suspect in the case. Police right now are offering a €100,000 as a reward in connection with his arrest.
As that search continues 2 days after the Berlin attack, President-elect Donald Trump addressed terrorism while meeting with some military leaders. He has chosen General Mike Flynn for National Security Advisor. The president-elect commented on the Berlin attack and said he's going after extremists when he takes office as part of his plan to defeat ISIS.
That's an attack on humanity. That's what it is. It's an attack on humanity. And it's got to be stopped.
President-elect Trump announced this afternoon he has appointed Dr. Peter Navarro, an economist, to head the newly formed National Trade Council. In good health, a new approach to insulin eliminates the need for some people with diabetes to give themselves shots multiple times a day.
Tonight, Dr. McGeorge is here to explain who could benefit from this and also how this could help keep your sugar under control just a little bit better. Doc?
That's right, Steve and Sandra. You know, the device is called a V-Go. It's a very simple, purely mechanical, spring-loaded insulin pump without any fancy electronics that's worn on a person's skin to deliver a continuous dose of insulin throughout the day. And it does help certain diabetics achieve much better control.
Hello. Hi, Miss Neal. How are you doing?
51-year-old Betsy Neal has been injecting herself with insulin for about 4 years. She says it's unpleasant for a number of reasons.
Trying to take a shot in a restaurant, you know, and maybe people looking is kind of embarrassing. And, so, you know, some people don't want to see you take care of your medical needs in public.
But it's different now. She's free from those shots because she uses this. It's called V-Go. When it's applied, she's stuck once in the morning and the needle stays in, giving a steady dose of insulin boosted by a button with meals. You're not able to change the amount of insulin given, so it's not ideal for type 1 diabetics, but it can help a specific group of type 2 diabetics.
I find the V-Go to be a very good device in patients that are on multiple doses of insulin and have difficulty being compliant with it. They don't have to carry their pens with them wherever they go. It's on them at all times, and they can deliver the insulin as needed.
This can reduce the number of injections on average from 28 to 7 per week. Neal says it's given her back time and better control of her diabetes. Now, the device is left in place for 24 hours, then it needs to be replaced. And it's also waterproof, so it doesn't need to be removed while swimming, bathing, or showering. Manufacturer-sponsored studies have shown it helps people with type 2 diabetes who need insulin get much better control. And they measured hemoglobin A1C, a marker of control. They all improved with this device.
Yeah, seems like a great innovation. All right, thank you, Doc.
Freedom, too. Yeah, thanks, Doc. Well, the weather really isn't bad at all out there tonight. And out at Campus Martius, I think Ben is auditioning for a job at the new Red Wings arena.
Yeah, you know what, Ben? You might have a shot.
You know what, guys? I've caught the world's coolest Uber, no pun intended. We're on the Zamboni down here at Campus Martius Park, riding around with Alex Fields. And I don't know if I can turn around and actually talk to Alex here, but Alex, so we're expecting temperatures in the 50s on Monday. You said there's still going to be ice down here, right?
Absolutely. The rink is refrigerated from underneath, just like any other ice rink, indoor or outdoor. So we should be good in temperatures upwards of 60 degrees.
Do you ever get tired of doing this? Does this get too cold for you?
It can get pretty cold in January and February, but I don't really tire of it. I dress prepared for the weather.
Is there a Zamboni driving school that you go to? How do you learn how to do this?
Me personally, I learned from the person who trained me here. I think that's the same for pretty much everyone. There's no school or anything like that.
Wow, I'll tell you, this is the coolest ride ever. There's actually a sign on here that says no riders, so don't tell anybody we're on here. But we're gonna clean out the rink. Everybody's gonna get back on and start skating. And we're gonna talk weather and talk some of those warmer temperatures. They're gonna be coming up in the forecast here in just a few minutes. Steve and Sandra, back to you.
Your secret's safe with us.
Our little secret, Ben. Enjoy.
All right. Thank you, Ben.
Don't tell anybody.
No way. A heartwarming tradition is underway at the Capuchin Soup Kitchen.
Capuchin's Christmas holiday box distribution now in full swing. Every year, Capuchin gives families in need food boxes. They contain a turkey and all the trimmings for a festive holiday dinner, and also some much-needed household items that can't be bought with a bridge card. This year, about 600 families who registered will all be getting the boxes. In fact, they are being handed out today and also handed out again tomorrow.
Boy, that's great. Bad news for you last-minute shoppers.
Coming up new tonight, the extremely popular item that you will not be able to get in time for Christmas.
He was literally asleep behind the wheel, and this incident could cost this man millions of dollars.
It is a brand new scam, and it is all over Facebook. What you need to know in my Help Me Hank scam alert so you don't get taken.
Terror attacks, domestic and abroad. Warnings issued this holiday season right through the inauguration of Donald Trump as president.
This is perfect time for terrorists to act.
Warnings not to scare, but to make you more aware. Experts say we need to be on high alert.
Do I run, do I hide, or do I fight? What type of situation am I facing?
What to look for and how to keep your family safe. Tomorrow at 5 on Local 4.
Visit Varsity.
New at 6.
The feds are investigating Chrysler trucks with this transmission.
I'm still afraid to this day, 2 months later, to get in this car.
And a local family had an unbelievably frightening event with this very truck, and they want the feds looking here. Their story ahead.
Plus, you may have seen clothing donation bins just like this one around Metro Detroit, but in one case, the donations weren't going to help people in need. What was really going on? That's coming up new at 6.
We got a Help Me Hank alert tonight. Scammers online preying on your holiday cheer.
Yeah, this is a new scam hitting Facebook, targeting people who might be easily duped into giving a gift, hoping that they're going to get one in return. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester shows us how it works.
It's called the Secret Sister Exchange. You'll find it floating around the internet, usually on Facebook. It may sound harmless, but as you will see, it's a scam. Hop online and you'll likely spot this scam, the Secret Sister Gift Exchange. The deal sounds pretty good. Send a gift in valued at $10 or more and you'll get more than 30 gifts back. Well, believe it or not, thousands have jumped on the bandwagon, and now the BBB of Southeastern Michigan sounding the alarm. Ignore this post.
So think of it like a bad chain letter. You know, if you send it out, somebody else is going to send it to somebody else is going to send it to somebody, and it's going to keep going on, and you're going to get all this money back. Well, it's more like the present scam.
The scam costing some who've joined again and again big money, all ending up with less cash and very disappointed that they were taken by what seems like a very friendly post.
It is totally Facebook. It is totally online, in social media, doing that kind of outreach where you cannot verify actually who you're talking to. So think about Facebook and think about their advertising. They don't verify that the advertiser is legitimate.
And those investigating this one say it has all the markings of a modern-day pyramid scheme, using technology to get you in.
This is a typical pyramid scheme. We're just seeing this on Facebook this time instead of the old way of using letters. And Facebook allows it to spread a lot faster.
If you spot this post or one like it, you can report it to Facebook. But typically these scammers are really tough for investigators to track down. Best advice, just ignore it, move on. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. And I have more information about this scam and many others that have been causing problems for Metro Detroiters. You'll find all that information on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. I'm Hank Winchester. Help Me Hank.